Alright, welcome into a car showcase. We're going to flip up the script a little bit, and I'm actually going to just talk a bit and go into detail on exactly what we are seeing in VR here. So, carbon fiber on the front end of the car here with some grading happening on the fronts. So we just had a major overhaul and update to Gran Turismo 7, and this is one of the new versions of a car actually, because this car has already been in Gran Turismo 7, but this is a new version. You can tell by the pinstriping on it. Carbon fiber all over this thing, orange and black. It was the only color that it actually came in. This is a Genesis car, so this is a concept car. The lights on, left blinker, right blinker, kind of cool. So yeah, this is a concept car. This is a car that is not actually real. This is a simulation game, yes, but they do have some concept cars that they go in and start working with different companies and such. Red and blue dots on the front end. Again, all carbon fiber, it looks like. This whole front lifts up on the car. That's pretty cool. We're going to go down here, check out the rims up next. Carbon fiber plating on the rims. That's definitely different. Let's see here. Let me see if I can get a bit of a... Oh, that's way better. You can really see the carbon fiber shining. This is basically an exotic car, so we have a exotic type of rim on here. Genesis logo on the rim. It's a bit bright because the sunlight's hitting right on the car now, but it's really making these pinstripes pop. Again, carbon fiber on the bottom piece right there. So this thing is made to be as light as it can possibly be. So we can see the Michelin tires on the car. That's a brand new addition to this update. We don't just have generic tires on cars now. We actually have Michelin tires, which is kind of cool because we're going to get even better stats when it comes to driving this thing. A very giant, big old fin on the back of this. Grates all the way around once again. I can't change the lighting, but I can put on blinkers back here. I'm not quite sure what that is right there. That might be either a sensor or it could be a light. I'm not getting any lights happening on the back. Oh, a Genesis logo there too. It almost looks like the Sega Genesis logo. So let's see here, what else we got. Again, a giant fin on the back right there. More grading. As you can see, very small windows, so when we get inside this thing, it might feel a little cramped. We'll see. That is the gas cap there. Again, giant fin. We're going to walk around the back side of this. And let's jump up top. Oh, that might not be a gas cap. That might actually be air or something. I'm not quite sure exactly what that is, that cap there. So the doors, it looks like the doors would probably, open upward or outwards. A Gran Turismo logo right there, because again, this is a concept car. So let's go into the inside. Alright, so we are sitting on the inside of this, and once again, all leather interiors. It's funny because this thing is a single seater, so we're gonna look around a bit. Let me see if I got the best lighting on this right here, so we can actually light up the dashboard a little bit. It looks like just like the original version of this car. All across the front end right there is going to be a rear view camera. So maybe that's what the red was back there. It was a rear view camera. I'm trying to get the best lighting for this. That might be the best lighting there. So we have a push dial of some sort. I guess that would be for the door, to open up the door, and maybe also you twist that. Yes, okay, door, and then you twist it for the window to go up and down. Man, it feels like I'm sitting very, very low. There we go, do that. So we got one on both sides. Of course, there is no back seats. This is just a single seater. Push to start, it looks like. Let's see what else we got here. I don't want to run into my microphone here, but some dials. Not a whole lot of dials on the dashboard here because the dashboard itself is a giant display, so they don't really need to so much. But interesting, we have, it's a very kind of F1 series steering mechanism on this, if you will. You have a little button for a pit crew. What else we got? P, L, Y, and not quite sure what all these buttons would exactly do, but we have a little speedometer right there, which will be interesting to see if that 100% works accurately. We have just a brake and a gas down there, and basically this thing is like a recliner. You're just kind of just laying back in the seat. It's going to be interesting to see, like, you're almost like scrunched up like a crab in this thing. So up top here it looks like vinyl, probably vinyl or leather all the way around. I think everything in this is probably trying to simulate leather looking. Yeah, just a very small little cramped car in all honesty. So let's go check it out on the racetrack. Alright, so here we are, racing car video, and again, as I was saying, it is definitely, the dashboard is one giant video screen. It's a little cramped in here. This car very much feels like an F1 series car. I did put tires on it. So I think what I'm going to do from now on is this racing part, we're just going to focus on the race, not talk about the cars as much. Other than this is a South Korean made concept car, so it's Gran Turismo and Genesis company, I do believe. And we're just going to try and push it. This is hardest difficulty on the race. We're just going to try and push it around to see how much we can push the car. I don't drive these, F1 series type of, I don't know if it's even considered an F1 series, but it's like an exotic F1 kind of mixture together. It feels like an F1 car. You are solo on the ground and it turns on a dime, so you got that whole feel to it. I'm just going to try and circle around. Again, there is no upgrades in this other than just tires, so we're just seeing stock-wise how good the car is. Come on. Okay, that turn's a little rough. That turn is definitely a little rough. Again, I'm not really used to driving these cars, so that spin out was just, I think, a little bit of horsepower kicking the car around. Definitely, the car has get up and go, just like any other very expensive exotic like this. We're on the third lap, last lap. We're in 20th position, so that's because we spun out. See how many cars we can make up. This guy's gonna get right in the way. Sorry about that. Camera cutting out a little bit. So my head was out of bounds. That's what that is. Alright, so we need to hit brakes on that corner to get around it. I'm guessing all these cars are all concept cars that I'm on the track with. Alright, so we just made up half the field just like that. I'm gonna lay on the gas, see if we can't. Yeah, it's going right around the track. I think that's gonna do it, 12th place. Yep, that is the white flag right there. 12th place in this very quick little race. Oh, and the speedometer works too.